Welcome along to South Today's Sport, with apologies from Jim Curran and myself for not making you wealthy people as a consequence of our Melbourne Cup picks. But Invercargill harness racing trainer Murray Brown has promised me we can make amends this week with the New Zealand Trotting Cup. Good evening, Murray. Welcome along to the show again.
Yeah, good evening, Tom.
Many people say it's a two-horse race. Is that fair?
Well, on paper it looks like that, but it never is it? It's been a long time since the favourites of Cornell and the New Zealand Cup.
Okay, because it's a big occasion and it's a completely new experience for most horses in the field, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of sort of having their first start in the New Zealand Cup this year, these ones, from the Cup one from Australia.
All right, we're going to have a look at the field, horse by horse, and pass comment, and you can choose to believe it or not. The first one up is Choice Achiever. It's an emergency, third emergency, so we won't spend any time on that. Unlikely to start or feature if it did get in. This show is recorded on Friday afternoon, so just check your scratchings prior to your bets, of course. Now, the first legitimate starter we think will be easy on the eye. It's number 2 in the card, and it did recover well after a mistake at Kaikoura, but I don't see it getting that close in this race.
Yeah, one's going to be an awkward draw for it now because it didn't go away that good the other day, and I think he's more is sort of a speed horse, sprinter, you know, like he's won most of it. He's gone over 2 mile, but he's better over a shorter distance.
And the reason one isn't a great draw, close to the crowd?
And they're going to stand there for longer.
Okay, so just for the uninitiated, it's not the best place to be. Just outside him, though, one of the hot favourites, Chris and Me, in fact, might be slight favourites on the day and was very, very favoured until a little mistake at Ashburton, and suddenly the TAB went a little bit cool on him, but they still like him. Yeah,
well, he won the Cup trial the other night, so everything went well, and he's back into favourite again now, so...
Did it worry you about the mistake? It was, it was an inexplicable one. They didn't find a reason for it either.
No, he just ran out of his gear for no reason. No, I was talking to Dexter at the races last weekend. He said, he was a wee bit worried, but after the Cup trial, it's all back to normal again. Okay,
but the unknown factor, first time in the big race.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and he's going to have to stand there for a while too, because he's second on.
Right, so it's not an absolute given, as perhaps many people were telling me a few weeks ago. So Chris and Me, certainly for the multiples, and certainly thereabouts, but not my winner. Jimmy Johnson for John Hay, a gear change there, Methven Cup winner, and a good record over this distance. I quite like this prospect.
Yeah, he's strong horse, but just lacks a bit of that high speed the other two have got.
Is that essential in a 2 mile race?
Well, it all depends. Well, if one of those good ones gets to the front early, it could be just a sprint home.
Okay, something to remember. Right, 4-Star Flash is number 5 in the book. It's also got some form over the distance, but not really in this company. I don't think it'll be repeating a 3,200 metre win.
Just gone off a bit, I think, on his last couple of runs. He was firing up like 6 weeks ago, but he could surprise.
Big day for a young guy like Matty Williamson to get a ride and drive in the Cup and get that experience.
Well, Dex had the choice, so...
Right. Well, it's not really a choice, is it? He wouldn't have needed any help as to which one to ride. So Dexter, just for your record there, driving, of course, Chris and Me. Marcish, now here's a horse that I think has gone off the boil since last year. I think we talked about it as a bit of a genuine prospect, but I'm not as enthusiastic this time around.
No, he's on trackside they were talking about Marcish, and they've taken him to the beach just to give him a change of environment, so he has got the ability, this horse.
Does it excite you enough to be...
As you said, his form's like 7-7-6-7, he's just... You couldn't back him with confidence, but those butts can train them.
Well, we did say a week ago Red Canoe and open the Melbourne Cup because it was off form, and the big occasion stepped up.
You couldn't count him out because they've changed his training and just freshened him up a bit.
Well, the other joint favourite, you'd have to say they'll both be paying about $2.50, and that's Terra to Love, a 2-time champion, Ricky May, champion driver on it, and a draw, probably drawn 6. Does it suit him?
Yeah, well, he's a professional, isn't he? He hasn't done anything wrong right through. They've had a good program put in place, and it's worked out perfectly for them. Nothing's went wrong.
No, and not likely to go wrong, I think, on Tuesday. So he's got to be somewhere in your mix, otherwise I think you're badly mistaken. All right, Fly Like an Eagle. Everyone tells me this is going to be the third in the trifecta behind the other two guns. I'm not quite convinced on this. It's had 3 goes at 3,200 metre, failed every time, and for me that's not good enough.
Yeah, no, he went good in Kaikoura Cup. Got his...
Not always an indicator, good indicator, is it?
But he got his own way there, and good beginner. He's going to be thereabouts. He's got the speed.
Mm.
I think they run home at 26 something in the Kaikoura Cup. So he's a year older. Mark likes him a bit this time though.
Yeah, I've heard lots of talk about it, but I'm sorry, I just can't put them in. Jason Rules is 9. Now this horse has won over a stand over 3,200 metres at Addington. And I know it's not the same occasion, and Ricky May was driving on that occasion, but it shows it can do it.
Yeah.
What about?
This is everyone's ladies' long shot. Jason Rule, he's proven over the distance, got a good sprint with him, bit quicker than most of them in here, and he's beaten Chris and me.
Junior driver on board, that worry you?
Oh yeah, but once he gets going in the race, he'll be right. He'll be nervous before it.
He will be just a slightly bit. All the money they'll be riding on that horse.
The horse does everything right. He's away, and it's just luck in the running after that for him, isn't it?
Okay, Pembroke Benny's number 10, honest but not much more than that, and I've left him out.
Yeah, might be too old now, Tom.
Yeah.
I think he's had 4 or 5 goes.
He has, and he's always been a sort of a roughie in the field without ever proving otherwise.
He could be a first 4 player.
Could be,
4th or 5th round.
Not mine.
No.
Not mine.
But he couldn't, he's always run home nicely.
All right, Highview Tommy, place getter twice in the Cup, and a surprise on both occasions, really. But I think maybe a year too long. Yeah,
well, he's like Pembroke Bunny. You put him in if you're taking a few, anchoring one and taking a few for the first 4 or something.
All right, Phantom Grin and Pass Them By are both emergencies, not expected to start. We won't spend any time there. Caribbean Blaster, though, the Aussie, drawn 14, probably won't be overly enamoured with that, but I just don't see I think the occasion, the company too tough for him. Yeah,
no, he goes pretty good, this horse. Yeah. He's the better one of the 2 Aussies, I think. I think he should go away, but the other one, I don't think. He's had 2 goes and wrecked himself both times.
That's right, yeah. Those that can't stand to start, and they're always a high risk on Cup Day. Now, Franco Ledger, of course, strong Southland connections there. With a better draw, a better chance, but I'm not liking him this year. Well,
the Cup trial, he led, and they done the same thing last year, and he sort of didn't finish it off, really. But then he only went average in the Cup the way he's been going last year, so... Okay. He's a question mark.
There is a question mark there.
But he's definitely got the speed on his day.
Oh, absolutely, and there'll be a lot of loyal
Southlanders. Like he flew home on Ashburton.
Feature. He did.
Like he made heaps of ground. He done the same thing at the Jewels.
Yeah. You absolutely have to be in a bigger mix than maybe the first 4, but certainly won't let the side down. Suave Stewie Lombo, and this is the dodgy one from the stand.
No, I can't have him the way he's performed, and he's drawing 1. But he's made too many mistakes for me.
Absolutely. Sleepy Trip, John Dunn driving, could spice up the big multiples. Not the worst horse in this field. Paying $81 at the time of recording.
Yeah, but those last 3 are all unruly, and I think with those Terra to Love and Chris and Me, if they go away, everything goes right. These ones are going to be too far back.
Yeah, I agree. And Mac Bannon in a similar situation, not really.
Yeah, they're all nice horses, but you can't give those ones. No. They can run 54 halves today, which is unreal.
Right. And nice horses don't win the New Zealand Cup. Great horses do these days, don't
champions.
They? Champions, yeah. And we've got champions in this field, we believe. We're one at least proven. All right, we're going to go for a first 4, because that's where the money is these days. We used to just pick the trifecta and throw in a roughie, but the first 4 seems to be where the cash is. What would your first 4 be in order?
Oh, well, I'm going to go Chris and Me. If he goes away, I think he's too quick for them all. But after that race last time, he's a bit doubtful. And then Terra to Love, he's won it twice. And 3rd, Fly Like an Eagle.
He's going for that. And a 4th to make up the top 4?
4th, Caribbean Blaster.
Okay,
so a bit of odds there.
Yeah, they're good odds. So I've got quite good odds too, and a different combination as you'd expect. I'm going with Terra to Love, the proven horse at the distance and on the occasion. I think we'll just pip Kristen Me if Kristen Me gets it right, of course. And for value, as everything else will be in the field, everything else will be pretty long odds. I've gone for Jason Rules to finish in 3rd place, and I'm throwing Jimmy Johnson finishing in behind them. He'll plod away and be an honest finish for 4th, and both will be paying big money. Jimmy Johnson's $61, Jason Rules $41 at the moment. They're they're the ones that are going to make that first 4 tasty. Murray, thank you very much again for joining us. We'll see how our respective picks go.
You'll usually beat me, Tom, so...
I've got a pretty good record, but
take Tom's advice.
It's got to be broken at some stage. That is the South Today tonight. Good luck with your punting.